Are the people around you starting to drain your energy? Do you feel uncomfortable in situations where you once felt comfortable? Do you feel tired, drained, lethargic, moody around the people that once brought you joy? This could be because you are transforming into the newest version of yourself, the true version of yourself, and you are no longer in alignment with the people that were once in your surroundings. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. When we go through this healing journey, when we go through a spiritual journey, we tend to outgrow the people around us. This is because we're changing frequency and we're shedding that conditioning. We're shedding that old belief system. We're shedding that negative energy. Now, this can be very daunting. It can be very hard to process. Where the places that once brought us joy, the places that once filled us with love, are no longer serving us anymore. We're starting to feel uncomfortable, starting to feel irritated by the people that once brought us happiness. And this could be friends, family members, or work relationships, even romantic relationships. All our relationships are starting to change because we are changing. We're changing into the best version of ourselves. So therefore, who we once were is not who we are now. So the people that once suited us, the people that once we surrounded ourselves with, they're no longer in alignment with who we truly are. We're on this elevation journey. We're evolving into our true selves. And these people are staying stuck in the 3D reality. And even though we try to bring them with us, they cannot come with us until they are ready. And this will drain our energy even more. So ask yourself, how are you feeling around the people in your environment? How are you feeling every time you spend time with these people? And I'll describe it for you. I had a great group of friends. I got on so well with my dad and my family, and it always brought me joy. I always had great laughs. I always felt so happy. But eventually I started feeling very, very uncomfortable. I started feeling just itchy in a sense, just not right, just uncomfortable in my own skin around these people. And I was questioning why. At first it was very hard for me to fathom, because it was just like, these people filled my soul with such love, such joy, and they came into my life when I needed them most, and they helped me to grow from where I was into what I became. So they helped me evolve. They really, really filled me with such abundance, with such joy, with such love. So for that to change was very, very daunting for me. It scared me because, these guys were my family. They were my soul family. You know what I mean? And I never saw a world without them. And for me to start going up there, because we drank a lot, we partied, we had that kind of, environment where every weekend was for fun. But when I stopped drinking, that's when I started to embody my true self. When I started to connect to my soul, when I started to spiritually awaken. Well, I started spiritually awakening first, and then I gave up the drink. But, I remember standing at the party one night and literally looking around going, this room, these people, this is where I felt the most fulfillment. And now I feel really out of place. I feel like I don't belong here anymore. And the same thing happened with my family. Me and my dad got on so well. Same kind of humor, same kind of personality. Great relationship. We used to work together and everything. And then I started to get energetically drained every time I was around him. And I mean, so drained to the point that I could not get up off the couch. You know what I mean? I had no energy to do anything. I had no will to do anything. And I was in this constant state of fear and depression. And I have to ask myself, what's going on here? It gets to the stage where these people, if we continue to allow them into our energy, they will suck all the life force out of us. They become energy vampires in a sense. They feed off our hyperactivity. They feed off our shine. They feed off our love. They want to embody what we're embodying. And as we transform, they can become bitter and jealous because they're afraid to take the leap of faith out of their own comfort zone. They're afraid to pursue their own dreams, to reach for the stars. So therefore they're looking at us, evolving away from them. And they want to bring us back. They love us, but also they're kind of addicted to our energy. They're addicted to what we give them, what we provide for them. And it ends up becoming a very imbalanced kind of relationship. Now, as I said, in any kind, this could be family, romantic, work, friendships, or otherwise. It becomes very imbalanced. As we up-level and shine, they start to want that for themselves, but don't want to do their own inner work. And that's the thing, like, we're doing the inner work to evolve. We're doing the inner work to grow. We're doing the inner work so that we can become the best version of ourselves. And to shed these fears, these lies, this conditioning. And because they're stuck in that environment, they will try and grab onto us for dear life. And they will try to pull us back into that energy. And this will make us feel drained, tired, and angry, moody. Like, it will make you feel very, very irritable. And so you need to ask yourself this, am I happy with these people? Am I feeling good? Because when you spend time with the right people, you get to share that happy energy. You get to share that high vibe energy. So, even if you're an empath, with empaths, when we're around people all the time, we can be drained, whether that's good energy or bad energy. We will need time to recharge. But there's a big difference. Like when we're around the people that are like us, that are high vibe, we come out of it feeling energetic. We feel alive. We feel like we're buzzing. But when we're around people that are not on our level, who are negative energy, who are low vibrational energy, we come away from it feeling very, very depleted. So you need to start, as you're growing on your spiritual journey, on your healing journey, you need to start asking yourself, are you spending time with the right people? Are you allowing the right people into your energy? Are these people good for you? And this is very difficult, especially if they're family or they're friends that you've known your whole life. This can be very, as I said, daunting, because you're like, what am I supposed to do now? We tend to be the only ones of our peer group or our family members that go through this awakening process. So we have a choice, do we stay in this shitty environment just so we have company, just so that we have people in our lives? Or do we choose to take a step back? And usually when we take a step back or walk away, this means we're isolating. We have to actually go alone for a while. And that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? Like, the hardest thing for me was to walk away from an amazing group of friends just because one of them turned toxic. You know what I mean? And with any small bit of negative energy, I had to walk away. And I even said to myself, sure, look, it's only one of them. Like, I can still go up and spend time with them and, just keep my distance from the one that has the negative energy. And I was like, I can't. I had to make the hardest decision to break ties with a group of amazing friends because of one person's negative energy. And then I had to make the even harder decision to walk away from my dad because of his toxic, low vibrational energy vampire tendencies. Like, my life force energy was completely disappearing because I was spending time with that toxic energy. My physical, my mental health was deteriorating, and I lost all sense of self. I lost all will to live because he was blood. Because we're told that we have to do this or that because they're family. But like, at the end of the day, you don't have to spend, like, if somebody is toxic, you don't have to be in that energy. No matter whether they're family or a romantic partner or a boss or a friend that you've known your whole life. If somebody is toxic, you do not have to be around that energy. You really fucking don't. You know what I mean? And stop letting society or your ego mind tell you otherwise. If somebody is depleting your fucking energy, walk the fuck away. Choose yourself first. And I know that's hard. I know that is so difficult, especially when it is your family. But your health is more important. You're here for a higher purpose. You're doing this spiritual awakening. You're doing this healing. You're doing that inner work for a higher fucking purpose. You know what I mean? You're not here. You're not doing it out of punishment. They're not being punished by the universe to walk away from these people. You will look back and you will see that the person that you were when you fit into those environments was not the real you. So you have every right to walk away from anything that isn't serving you anymore. I know that's difficult. It is really difficult. But we are not our parents. We do not have to follow their traditions and their thoughts and their beliefs and their fears. Their toxicity. Because to be honest with you, generations before us were fucking toxic. I don't care if I trigger people there, because their thoughts, their beliefs were fucking toxic. And we're here to break that generational cycle, that generational curse, and change the way of humanity by breaking away and making those hard decisions to walk away from those toxic family members, from those toxic belief systems. Do you know what I mean? Like, because, when we're embodying that old version of ourselves, that we used to embody their traits. And when you start to evolve and grow, you look back on that and you're like, Jesus, I always tried to be a good person, but, that kind of toxicity was rubbing off on me. I wasn't as pure as I am now because I allowed that energy into my system, that toxicity into my system. So you have to be so mindful of who you allow into your environment. And as well as that, when you're evolving on this journey and you're around these people and you ask them for advice, whether it be about your spiritual relationships or, spiritual love or your spiritual awakening or your divine mission or wanting to pursue a different career, they're going to plant seeds of doubt into your mind. They're going to pull you back and say, don't do that, don't take risks, be safe, stay in this little box. Now, they're not going to do it consciously, obviously. They're going to do it from their own belief system. They're going to do it from their own mindset, their own environment. They're going to try and pull you back. So when we ask these kind of people for advice, they're going to make us doubt ourselves. They're going to delay our journey. They're going to pull us back and they're going to stop us from growing. We have to be mindful of that as well. Start to trust your intuition. Know that you're on the right path and that you have the support of the angels and the universe and your past on loved ones and your ancestors, your spirit guides. But most importantly, you have to trust yourself. Because you're going to be the only one on this journey, because you're the only one in your environment that's outgrowing this toxicity, it is going to be isolating and it is going to be very hard to trust that or try, you're questioning, should I stay or should I go? But when we're evolving, when we're ascending on this journey, we will get to the stage where we can't go back. We just can't go back. We know that toxicity is not who we are. We know that we're creating better for ourselves and we know that we deserve better. You know what I mean? So even though it's the hardest decision you'll ever make to walk away from massive groups of friends or, your family members, you're doing this for a higher purpose. You're doing it for your purpose, your life purpose, your divine mission on this planet. You're here to help change humanity. Help change it for yourself first, then for your children and your future generations. This is why we're here. We're here to break the cycle. We're here to break that curse. So trust yourself and trust your intuition. Ask yourself, how do you feel around these people? Because you're going to have to start making boundaries, setting firm boundaries around these people and start to choose yourself first. Because as you evolve more, that energy is going to make you more depleted. And the more you hang around that energy, the more and more depleted you will get. And this will actively affect your mental and physical health. When I didn't walk away from my dad for a very long time, I had rashes over my face due to stress. My body and my mind was so unhealthy. I'd lost the will to live and I had a fear-based entity attached to me because I was in such a low vibrational energy. I was inside myself in a glass box, banging on the fucking wall, screaming to get out. I knew I was on the verge of losing myself completely when I had to make the hardest decision of my life. Don't let it get too far. Don't let it get that far. Choose your health before it goes that far. It has after taken me over a year of intense inner healing after allowing myself to get that depleted due to being around toxic energy. Don't let that happen to you. Walk away now before it's too late. Walk away now before you lose yourself completely. Choose you, choose your intuition, choose your soul, choose your purpose. Because I promise you it'll be worth it. It will be the hardest decision you'll ever make to walk away from these people. But choosing your health, both mental and physical, is the most important thing. And then you can be of service to others and this planet. Your mission is more important than the people that you're leaving behind. Blood is not thicker than water. The water of the womb, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That's the real phrase. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. This means that our chosen family are the ones that will stick with us till the end. Blood is not thicker than water. If people are toxic, you do not have to put up with that energy. You do not have to put up with that energy. If it is draining you, if it is making you moody, if it is making you tired, and if it is making you feel like fucking shit, walk the fuck away. It is the best decision you will ever make. Do not let your health deteriorate because you think that you have an obligation to be around these people just because you have history or just because you're family. You have every right to choose yourself if it is affecting your mental and physical health. You do not have to be around toxic energy. You do not have to be around toxic energy. Tell yourself that. You have every right to choose yourself. It is not selfish if you choose your health first. We have to be 100% ourselves. Our cup needs to be full if we can help others. But if we're around toxic energy and allowing it to drain us, we cannot help anyone and we cannot help ourselves. My glass or my cup didn't just empty. My cup shattered. There was nothing in it, and it took me well over a year of intense healing to refill that cup. And now I will choose myself so that I can help others in the way that I know I'm supposed to help them. It's the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, but I would not be sitting here right now if I still allowed myself to be around that toxic energy. I would not. I just wouldn't. And I don't know where I would be, but I would not be sitting here healthy and happy if I hadn't made those decisions to walk away. I chose my health because I was not in a good place. Choose yourself. Choose your healing and choose your growth. Choose your divine mission and choose to break those generational cycles. Choose to walk away from that toxicity. You are not trapped in it. You have the choice today to set boundaries and walk away from these people. And if these people retaliate because of your boundary setting, this means that they are siphoning your energy and that they are the ones that you actually have to walk away from. When I set my boundaries with my dad, he turned everything back on me, called me selfish, and accused me of having a mental disorder because I told him I couldn't be around negative energy. This is what they do. These are the energy vampires that are sucking your life force away, and when you set boundaries, they will retaliate and accuse you of being selfish. Look at everything I've done for you. This kind of shit. Throwing everything back in your face to make you feel guilty for choosing your health first. These are definitely the people you need to set the boundaries with. So if people retaliate when you set boundaries, know that this is proof that you need to walk away from them completely. Because if somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, these are the ones that you need to cut out of your life. These are the toxic energy vampires that you need to walk away from. So understand that as well. They will retaliate, they will accuse you of being selfish, and they will accuse you of being crazy. And then they will try and turn other people against you as well, because they can no longer control you. This is what happens. So be mindful of that as well. These are the kind of people that you definitely need to walk away from or set boundaries with. The ones that will retaliate because they will no longer be able to siphon your energy. So they will get angry with you for taking that high vibrational energy away from them, because they won't do their own inner work. They are trying, like the way I liken it to is they could get a needle and they literally suck all your life force energy, all your shine out of you and inject it into themselves. And that's the only way they feel happy, because they will not do their own inner work. You're after doing all this hard work to get yourself to where you are now. Do not let these people bring you back down. Do not let them suck your energy out of you. You cannot help these people because they're not willing to help themselves. All they will do is continue to siphon your energy and continue to live in their own toxic world. You're here to help others on this planet, but you need to help yourself first. So don't be afraid to walk away from that toxic energy. You do not need to be around that toxic energy. So thank you so much for listening today, and I hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help in your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path. Thank you. Bye-bye.